This episode is brought to you by the DNA store on Redbubble. Want some DNA gear? Want to show off your favorite DNA shows? Whether you want to show Matt that you're also glad he's here, or show your allegiance to the Guardians of DNA Fireteam, or even just have a fascination with Toast building a snowman, we have the merch for you. Wear our inside jokes with pride and show off your favorite DNA shows. There's something here for everyone on the DNA store. Check us out at redbubble.com/people/DNA network today. What's up, Guardians? Welcome to DNA Weekly Strike, a Destiny podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Derrick, and alongside me, Joey Pease.
Hi.
Brian Anderson. Rise of Iron is out.
Yeah.
And we have played
Too much.
a lot of it.
Yes.
Yes. It is fun.
Yeah.
How you guys liking it so far? Though, for real.
Well, I think my favorite part so far was the first 2 hours. The queue was awesome. That was like, that's a good way to kick off.
They added the modifier to the load screen.
Tapir or whatever animal I kept getting.
Beaver?
No, it's like tapir or something.
Yeah, tapir or whatever.
Anyway, so like me and my brother Parks, we all were up at 5.
So was I.
Tried to get in. I didn't. Well, we were in a party chat. I didn't know you guys were on yet.
I didn't know you guys were in a party chat. That's why it took me so long to get in there.
I saw it.
We were really excited. I'd actually been up since like 2. I was really ready to go. And first you did get in at first, and I actually got to go to the tower really fast, like at 5:01.
Then
I went to the tower.
You were better than 90% of people.
Yeah. And I saw some stuff, and I basically got to, because I was like, I'm gonna go try to get my like Gjallarhorn wing and stuff like that, and then it kicked me out like right away, and then we couldn't get back in. It just kept saying contacting the Destiny servers for about 45 minutes. Then you got into the queue. My favorite part of the queue was getting kicked out of the queue.
Yep.
That was probably my favorite part of the whole experience.
Yep.
Getting down to like, I think at one point I was at like 40,000 and I got kicked out. Went back like 200 and something. That was sweet.
Yeah.
So that should have been a fucking trophy.
Yeah.
You beat the queue. But so it definitely, I'm a little pissed off. They knew how many people pre-ordered this. They should have known how many people were going to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's very disappointing that it did not work very well.
I wonder how many people didn't pre-order it and were playing.
I feel like they probably were ready for the amount of people to play it. They weren't ready for that many people to try to connect at once, was the problem.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at those pre-orders, you would say 70% are probably going to try to play right away.
Maybe, yeah, probably.
Is the way that I look at it.
Yeah, especially if you looked at our community group, how many people are posting,
I'm
ready at 5, I'm ready at 5.
People were getting on at 5. I really think they dropped the ball. They should have known. And like, for it to be overloaded, and you know what? 300,000, that's not a lot. Yeah. That's not a lot of people trying to play a game.
No.
And they couldn't handle that. And I think, but after that, the people who had to go to work, went to work, kids had to go to school, it really got a lot better throughout the day.
Right.
Well, once they got rid of that original queue, they didn't even need the queue system anymore, so they probably got rid of it again. Because they didn't have that. They put that in place because everyone connecting at once crashed their server.
Yeah.
So they put the queue in place.
That's probably why you got kicked the first time.
Yeah, because it crashed the server because everyone was trying to get in. So after they got it up again, they put in that queue system, which means they expected this kind of thing to happen because they wouldn't have had it in place to be able to do it so quickly if they didn't think it was going to happen.
I don't know if I say it got put in place quickly. It took almost an hour for that queue to go up. I would say that.
But for them to have that in place to where it says you're in this position in queue and actually have the queue work and count down. I mean, I know you got kicked a couple times, but still,
like 7.
Still, the fact that they had that though means that they were planning on this to happen, which is nice because then, I mean, that was. I think this was better the way they did it than having everyone just able to keep trying to get in all at the same time and keep crashing the server.
Yeah, that would never have worked.
Yeah, because at least they had some type of plan in place that made it so the people who got in could play the game. instead of just having it completely unplayable. So, I mean, I think they handled it as best as they could without going way overboard in like buying way more server space and server utility than what they needed, because by the time everyone got in, then they didn't need that extra stuff anymore, and if they would have paid all that extra money, I mean, it would have been a waste for them. So I understand why they did it the way they did, and to me it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, I tried to get on, saw it was going to be 300,000 people ahead of me, and decided I'm just going to bed again. So I slept until noon and then got up and got on, and I was perfectly fine with it.
We got in at 7, so it took us 2 hours.
Yeah.
It took us 2 hours.
Yeah. But we got in.
Nice.
So when we got in, first thing we did was go to the tower and check out all the cool weapons.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Gjallarhorn.
How do you guys feel about Gjallarhorn? We did get our Gjallarhorns. How do you guys feel about the new faction weapons?
I like them.
Yeah.
I really like them.
I don't know if Brian wants to talk about his secret weapon quite yet.
Oh no, I mean if you're a pulse rifle person and you like Crucible, that's really the only thing this is for. It doesn't really work very well in PvE. They basically are the who sells that? The
Future War Cult.
Future War Cult basically sells a grasp of Malak. It's identical in rate of fire and impact, which is what that really was the best pulse you could. It was better. That's better than a Hawksaw. It's better than a PDX, which are the two closest to the grasp. But it's called the Waltz, and the vendor roll is decent. But I got lucky enough. I just randomly decided to level up my vendor real fast with Motes of Light, and they basically dropped me a God roll Waltz with 2 stability perks, and I think whatever the perk is that staggers opponents.
Okay.
Which is very good for people trying to snipe you.
Yeah. Especially after that. It's probably better now after that update.
I actually can't look at it right now. High caliber rounds. It's it's basically a God roll. It's called the Waltz, and like I said, it's basically a grasp of Malak. It's the exact same thing. So I think it's good, because I was a little concerned after. Of course, now it's a lot easier to get it thanks to the skeleton keys, which we'll get to how awesome those are. We can get to that in a little bit. But I thought it was cool that, because that was very difficult to get, and then to also get a good roll on it. Like, we grinded at least for a couple hours the other night.
A couple? It was like 4 or 5.
It was like 4 or 5
I mean, we got them to drop. I wouldn't say that we got great rolls on it.
I was like, I got 2, and they were both crap.
This roll is just, and I've been using it in PvP, and it melts people. It's probably the best thing I've gotten. Of course, the second closest thing is the gun from year 1.
DNA Weekly Strike episode 5, people.
If you check that episode out, or one of those in the early ones, there was a gun that I wanted from year 1 called the Hopscotch Pilgrim.
Episode 5 through like 8.
I put hours and hours and hours into doing strikes trying to get this pulse rifle. At the time, it was the best. It was better than the Messenger and all those, because that was the meta back then. It has a slightly slower fire rate than like the Grasp and stuff, but it does more impact. And I got one to drop to me in my second PvP game. Mm-hmm. So
it was something
like guns that I've been trying to get.
Friggin' Hopscotch Pilgrim.
And I got again another great roll with small bore and Headseeker.
Well, Brian, if anything tells us anything, you get 1 lucky day a year.
That was it. I'm done. I'll probably never get a Trespasser. I've been trying to get that, and all my specials keep turning into Zen Meteors and an Invective. I did get one.
Yeah, the last 3 specials I got were Plan Cs.
But it's been there's been a lot of drops. I see a lot of drops in PvP. I've seen a lot of stuff dropping in that the new game mode, which they pretty much force you to play if you want to complete. But worth it.
Yeah, if you want to do the quest.
It's cool though. I do like it. Mostly because I'm good at it. It's the one PvP I'm good at everything.
I think if you go, I still think Control. I still love Control.
I just want those exotic boots now.
I think this is the second best game mode that they've come out with. I think it's better than Clash. It's definitely better than Rift. It's definitely better than Salvage.
Yeah,
Rift and Salvage are both.
I want those new exotic boots for the Titan now, though.
What do they make shoulder charge better?
They increase your agility and let you turn tighter. And if you,
I have them.
What are they called?
The Dune Marches. Increase speed. Sprint speed, increased movement speed while aiming, and tighter turn radius while sprinting.
And if you combine that with the Jolter's artifact, like that
the permanent
sprint, you're gonna
the Hunter's boots are kind of like that too. tighter turn radius while sprinting, but then you also get increased grenade and melee regeneration while sprinting, and I got those as well. Did not get the Warlock ones.
Yeah. But I need those boots now.
They're a myth. The Warlock ones don't.
I have not seen them yet. I did get the Warlock helmet. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. Joey?
Astrocyte verse?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. I did get that one, and it's a shame
Oh.
that I suck at blinking because temporary increase to recovery on blink is what that one looks. That one just looks really cool.
Yeah.
Looks like the universe.
Yeah. I know
Astro.
I know what that's called because you know how we do our breakout segment called Ghost Stories?
Yeah.
Well, apparently there's already a Destiny podcast called Ghost Stories, a Destiny podcast.
Oh, okay.
And I've been listening to that, and it's all about the lore and stuff, and they were talking about all the new exotics on their most recent episode.
Nice.
Yeah, I've gotten
You should
a couple
check out that
of them.
podcast. It's pretty good.
I got.
Really long, though. They're like 3-hour episodes.
I've gotten 2 Nemesis stars. Obviously, the sword that you get.
Yeah,
for just
everyone
beating
gets for beating it.
And then the cost of I got that. Still haven't gotten my hands on the thorn yet. I
Yeah.
haven't even got the quest yet.
There's a YouTube video on our community page for the
Yeah,
Thorn
you
quest.
have to like complete the
weekly
weeklies.
bounties.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping I have one left. Maybe if
I have
turn
one
that
left too. The Archon Ford. There's the second
Yeah.
Archon Ford.
I need the shanks.
You guys did the captain without
But-
me, so that's
yes,
the last one I
'cause
did.
that's how we roll. But yeah, I definitely went around and checked out the guns. A couple of them look pretty, like I said, pretty good. The Waltz, if you're a PvP guy and you like pulse rifles, I think it's the best. Not a lot of stuff is going to beat you one-on-one if you can aim even a little bit.
That's the one hand cannon that's really good that you can buy from a vendor.
It's-
The whale is okay, but the one that's better than that is the palindrome you can get from the Crucible vendor. That one I think will be. You'll see that a lot.
I hear it's got the same like stats as the IS Luna.
Yeah,
correct?
it's the same stats, but then it's got
like some better perks.
yeah, it's got some decent right off the bat vendor purchased perks. So if you enjoy using hand cannons in Crucible, I definitely say go ahead and pick that one up as soon as you can.
The IS Luna was clearly right before Iron came out. That was the hand cannon.
Yeah.
To use. I mean, Hawkmoon's still good, but I'm talking not exotics.
Right.
That one. And I mean, the last word. You're not going to get one like that from a vendor.
Right.
Like that's its own kind. So discluding the last word, IS Luna, and then the Crucible one because I think they're the same.
Yeah.
Or the Iron Banner one. Peril. Finaleo's Peril. Those two were just ruling supreme for the hand. If your hand cannon game is strong, the Crucible vendor has a excellent one. And you said the vendor roll is good?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I looked at. It's literally probably you could maybe get a little bit better, but I mean it's a solid.
I'm just surprised. I have
No
not been
RNG based.
killed by a Waltz yet.
Really?
Yep.
I've been killed by the
Nobody
palindrome at
knows
least a
about
couple
it.
times.
I have not been killed by it. I have been killed by a couple hopscotches. They have better range, so if it's a long range map, I usually switch to that. But I so far I've been loving the new weapons. Me and Joey and Corey, we all got the new sniper, Devil's
Yeah.
Dawn, the raid
Yeah.
specific sniper. Do you want to talk about the skeleton keys?
You mean the strike specific one?
Well,
You said right, but-
I was just going to mention the 2 weapons I'm excited for, and I already got one of them.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Was the Dead Orbit auto rifle and the Dead Orbit shotgun.
What's,
The last ditch.
correct me if I'm. Aren't they set up similar to the Doctrine of Passing? Aren't they like
The
Rate of
new
fire?
Monarchy one is set up similar. So
that one could be good.
Well, as soon as I get the Dead Orbit shotgun with the roll I want on it, I'm moving to New Monarchy to
Yeah,
get that auto
the
rifle.
new Monarchy sells a assault rifle that is set up like.
Yeah, I mean it's
Doctrine of
basically
Passing.
it's Doctrine of Passing, Soul Stealer's Claw. If you like those 2 weapons,
Yeah.
that's like
I think it's cool that they did vendor guns that were based off guns that were kind of harder to get.
right,
Doctrine. If you could do your bounties
right.
and you had a shot at it, but these are if you want them, you can just go get them. I like that they do that. I'm sure they'll come out with better versions.
And what's really nice now is that you can pick whether you want armor, chroma, or a weapon when you get your upgrade with
I
your faction.
really appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's helped because this has been a grind. It's very grindy. Trying to level your guy up.
Yeah.
So it helps when you're at when you're stuck at let's say you're stuck at 349 because
To get that 350.
and you need a gun for sure is your lowest one. You can
You got
if
a 1
this
out of 3
roll,
chance.
You
if
got 1
you
out
pick
of
them.
3, which is better than your
Yeah.
options just randomly.
And I always seem to get either I get a class item with it, like a bond. I get a Warlock bond every single time I get one of those packages too. So, like, and it's usually either the same or a little bit better than the one I already have. So that's always an upgrade there as well.
So yeah, the tower, that was cool. Just going around checking all the weapons. That was kind of sweet. And then you jump into the game.
Yeah. I was looking at Planet Destiny's best new guns from Rise of Iron. The Waltz is not on here. They missed one.
I am telling you,
they might have just not gotten a roll like that yet over there.
But I mean,
my brother's using the vendor roll,
yeah,
and it does have, I believe, at least a stability perk. It's not a great one. It's one that only puts up below it, but he still loves it. It's like I said, it's not good for PvE.
Right.
It does not do enough. You go through that clip really fast. I think that's one of the things about the grass, that the grass still might be better. Grass had more bullets, and if you can get a good roll on it, I still think the grass is better, but it kills in PvP. It's so much fun to use.
Oh, this guy the one I was looking up on Reddit, he recommended it for a very low impact one. The Waltz. Yeah.
I'm sure, does he say it's just for PvP? I don't know why you'd use it in PvE. I did try using it for a little bit, and it just...
I don't know.
But that's definitely my crucible.
Yeah, he's just saying it's a solid vendor sold one that's comparable to the Grasp. That's pretty much what he's saying.
Yeah,
So everything you've already said.
Yeah.
So,
why don't we actually talk about the campaign a little bit, since that's kind of the first thing we did after we went to the tower.
Yeah.
That campaign.
It was quick.
I liked it.
It was short, but it was fun.
It was really short, but it was compact. The story was pretty. It kept me more engaged than
I
the other
just want to point
stories.
out the music was awesome.
Oh my gosh, dude! The music was so epic the whole time.
I mean, did you not?
The whole time.
There were parts where I actually were playing. I'm like, man, the music sounds really sweet right now. Like,
yeah,
we're getting shot at like crazy, but I don't know. It's like it's cool. There were certain scenes.
Yeah, especially I think it's because like with the Taken King, as awesome as the Taken King was, like that music just kept like you in dread and fear and like just.
This one was a little like.
I never.
This one pumped me up.
Yeah,
it was like pumping me up.
Yeah,
it was sweet.
The only thing about this campaign is like we took on the King of Darkness. It was going to bring destruction to the universe. Like I feel like the Rise of Iron, like whole storyline, like how
it doesn't really compare.
How does Siva gonna like
threaten us compared to
Oryx?
Well,
like,
I mean,
I feel like Rise of Iron should have been the expansion before the Taken King, and the Taken King should have been like the Destiny 1 send out almost. But
yeah.
But other than that, like
this
was really cool.
Siva's kind of weak. Like
yeah.
Well, but we haven't seen the raid.
We haven't seen the raid, but
so there might be some souped up, very powerful.
You can tell from like.
I mean, Sepex Prime versus Oryx. I mean,
I'm just saying you can tell.
Okay, but he's not the raid. You know,
he
so
could
I don't think Sepex is going to be the raid boss.
No. I mean, you've seen that giant thing you have to fight.
Yeah.
It looks it's out of Mad Max or some shit.
Yeah.
That I'm very excited for the raid.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that we'll be ready, but I do not know.
I think we'll be ready.
I think
it's gonna be close.
I'm 350. I'm like
it's recommended what, like 3.
We might have to grind a little bit on Saturday.
Was it 370 recommended?
I'm not sure what the recommendation is.
Recommended entry is 370.
Oh, I'll definitely get there.
Yeah, you will. I don't know if I will. I'll try my
hardest. I'm gonna try. I mean, I'm off tomorrow. I am gonna play a little bit. Probably a lot tomorrow night. But
I mean, I've probably already put
Friday night.
24 hours into this.
Friday night, I'm gonna be playing a lot. And then Saturday, obviously, we're all going to be playing a lot.
Yeah.
So that campaign, the Iron Lords, it's kind of cool learning about the Iron Lords.
Yeah,
it's cool to see, like...
You got to be a young wolf.
Saladin is kind of like... He's cool. He's a cool dude.
Yeah,
he's all right.
He's like...
I always think it's cool when you actually get to put a face with like a weapon. Like Yolder's hammer. I used that machine gun forever in year 1.
I know, and I didn't expect Yolder to be a chick. Like this badass chick.
Yeah, so...
And she's all mutilated. Did you see her face? Like someone zoomed in on her face.
I'm telling you that
Siva messes you up.
It could, it was kind of easy to handle it but I think I'm with Joey that we haven't really seen it at full force yet in the raid.
I mean, the only thing we've seen is the strongest thing we saw were Guardians probably fighting against it, corrupting them. So if we see something that actually embraces what the Siva's going to do to them, I can only imagine how strong the thing's going to be.
You know what it's going to be, Brian? The return of Skolas.
Oh, God.
Fucking Skolas. I have a feeling the final battle in the raid will have to do with the axes, hammers, taking down shields with that. like a Crota ripoff, but different, obviously.
I don't know if they'll do the final one being like that, but I know that it'll be definitely it'll be
I
somewhere.
can see it.
I mean, they're implementing the hammers everywhere.
The swords were a
Archon's
big deal
Forge.
when Crota came out. Like the fact that
you could pick up a sword, and
you could pick up the swords, and of course that then was used in the final battle. I just have a feeling, knowing them, that's how they're going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Especially since, isn't it the same team, or is this the House of Wolves team?
I don't know.
I don't remember. But yeah, I'm excited for the raid. The campaign is relatively short, though. It was only about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was 5 missions.
I wouldn't even say that long.
Well,
it was
in the campaign, but then you get extra missions for
Right.
If you do all the missions, it's probably about 2 hours,
and like
2 or 3 hours.
The first thing
long,
I think we did after we did the campaign was run it again because your brother got
my
on
brother. Yeah,
I should have done the hard versions because then you could have got that book completion.
he was the Fireteam leader, but you're right, we should have.
Yeah,
because you can, if you do all the hard missions.
I'll get that eventually just by doing the dailies.
Right, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I'll probably.
I already got one. I got the one.
Yeah, the one we did.
So
I need to do mine today.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Me
it was.
Me and Joey did it.
It was tough, but we got through it.
So
yeah. But the first thing, we got our Gjallarhorns.
Yes,
which is nice. But we played
Time out. How satisfying is it to fire a Gjallarhorn again?
Very
satisfying. And it be
for the first time. Very satisfying.
For the first time for Joey.
Yeah.
How'd that feel, Joey?
It was awesome, especially because as soon as you get it, it's like, all right, use this thing, and then there's just heavy crates everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, I know what I'm killing.
I thought it was kind of stupid because it's like you didn't really have time to level it up, like even with modes, because you're like in it.
I know.
And I was like, well, I don't even have like. Of course, it does have wolfhead rounds automatically now.
Yeah,
Before
but I
you
don't
had
have
to
tracking.
unlock it.
I don't
I don't
have
have tracking. You didn't really need it for the walkers. They
No.
don't really move. But
Yeah. But it was cool, dude.
But it's
like
sweet.
when you get to it was weird because like I thought we were gonna get it when they sent us the Bannerfall because a lot of the other quests that we went to multiplayer maps for were like
gave us something.
And like
I thought it was cool having a mission in Bannerfall.
Yeah, that mission was really cool. And like the lore behind Bannerfall is actually really cool. Just because like all the other towers are now training facilities for Guardians.
Yeah.
And that's just cool. But then like the whole Gjallarhorn mission, that last mission, just waves upon waves upon waves of enemies coming.
I actually, it was funny because when I did it, I was standing in the room where your ghost is rebuilding the Gjallarhorn, and that doesn't count as the zone where the progress starts going. So I killed like a bunch of waves, and then I moved out, and then noticed the progress bar started going. And by the time I got to like 70, like I had 30 left, there was no more waves of enemy coming. So I sat there and danced for the last 30% of
Yeah, that's what we were. There was like 15 seconds left for us, and we were like, "Is this it?"
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like something big's gonna come, and nothing happened.
Yeah, but it was cool because Brian had tether and I had my striker titan on, and like he would tether him and I would just like titan smash, and it created so many orbs that by the next round we'd all have super again. So that was cool. Do we want to talk about Supremacy?
Yeah.
Next.
Oh yeah, Supremacy.
I think that's what we did next because the bounty that you got given to by Shax, I think, gave it
and the quest. You got
and there was a weekly quest. Was all Supremacy based.
Right. It's a cool mode.
Yeah.
It's basically kill confirm from Call of Duty.
Yeah,
you have to collect the crusts after you kill them.
But they move.
Doesn't count.
But they move. That's something that's weird.
Like
they don't just stay where you.
They can also fall off like the map.
Yeah. They roll around like ingrams.
In that one.
I'm a little disappointed that you can't snipe that.
Yeah, because you were saying because that was something that was kind of rumored that might happen. You could shoot them.
No sniping in this mode.
Brian, what's your least favorite weapon used in the game?
A shotgun.
Yeah.
Even more than a fusion rifle?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This mode is all about shotguns and Titan shoulder charge. It's amazing. That's why it's my favorite mode.
Corey's game.
It's the only weapons I can use.
And they literally should just change the name to Corey's game.
I know.
Before you get our shoulder charge off.
What?
The walls can drop you, I think, depending on how close I see you. You can drop.
Depends on the map too. Some of them are so tight.
It's like a 3-burst.
Yeah, but I was taking people out that had shotguns out ready to take me on and out of shoulder charge. I'd die, but then they.
It's a lot of shotguns. I'm the only full run around. I still do have a sniper rifle.
I know.
And I do get kills. The thing that I like to do is I'll kill somebody, and and I'll leave it on the ground.
And wait for the
And yell at somebody, why aren't you picking up my crest?
Well, okay, that makes sense when there's 3 people standing there.
No, that's
Two
like
of
if I
them,
die.
like there's a crest in the very center. One person runs like this way, 2 people run this way, and nobody pick up the crest that they just ran past. Like, come on, guys.
Dude, we were playing that.
That doesn't make you mad? If like
No,
you
it
get
makes me
that,
mad.
We were
It
playing
makes
that
me
new
mad.
map on Mercury, I think.
My fucking crest.
What's it called? Icarus was that new map that we were playing on Mercury. And like I had died and my crest was sitting there. I watched somebody run up to my crest, stop, jump over it, and continue to kill the guy that was in front of me.
That's funny.
I was like, come on, dude, you just run into it.
You just deny it. It doesn't. I mean, you might not get points for denying it, but at
Denying
least it
is
stops
No, but
them.
denying stops
good.
them from getting
Right,
points.
right,
so
right.
But it's a good mode. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot faster pace than
Yeah.
like anything else I've played.
it's
in it.
like it's kind of the mode that I wanted Mayhem to be, because I expected Mayhem to be a lot of just dumb fun.
See,
But this is like a lot better than that.
Mayhem would be a lot of dumb fun if they put it on smaller maps.
Yeah.
Mayhem, like they put on all the like normal sized maps, and then it's just like there's not enough mayhem going on.
Like
so if they,
Pantheon.
if they just put it in these tight corridors where everybody is just there throwing grenades, using supers constantly, Mayhem would be awesome. But
Yeah. Let's see. What else are we going to talk about here? Supremacy was a lot of fun.
Archon Forge. How about that?
Right,
Yeah.
Archon Forge. We did a lot of Archon Forge today. It's
a decent amount. Yeah,
I don't care for it.
it's hard.
it's
That's-
tough to do the last ones.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is you can't get more than one of the keys or whatever to use
Yeah.
at a time. You can only hold one and no more drop for you.
Right.
Yeah. So I think like I had a 360 light one. You had a 370 one that we
Yeah.
tried. We did beat the recommended level 360, but the
Yeah, that was
370
because we had like 7 or 8 people in there with us. And
the boss just takes like no damage.
Yeah.
Gjallarhorn or not, no life comes off of him. So
Yeah.
I don't really care for it, to be honest with you. I
It'll-
actually think
I think Quarter Works is better.
yeah.
Honestly.
It's just kind of, I don't know.
I mean, it's cool that like
If you get a huge amount of people there, it's probably a piece of cake. You can probably blow through it, and everyone can probably get decent loot. But I feel like just trying to do it in the Fireteam.
that's the other thing about Archon's Forge is that whoever puts a key in isn't guaranteed loot.
Right.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's weird. That's the weird part about it. Is like
I mean, I understand that they kind of made it so everyone has an equal chance of getting loot that participates in it.
yeah, but I think
But
the person
I
that
think the person that puts it in should at least get something.
yeah,
I think they should.
I mean, I think they always get at least a blue, but they should at least get like.
a legendary.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
blue Ingrams, 340.
Oh, I
That's
know,
what you're
dude.
getting.
That's so annoying. If
And
they
so-
don't drop as something,
They're
like they
340.
only decrypt at 340, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, I'm not really crazy about that.
And like,
I mean,
you
it's
can
good
buy
for
arm-
weapon parts and
I know,
armor
but you
scraps,
can buy
but,
those from
yeah.
you can buy armor parts and weapon parts from the gunsmith now.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're out there scourging for.
Yeah. So the best way we found to level up light is do strikes,
Yeah,
because strikes seem to be the most consistent way, because you'll get those.
best.
You get those already decrypted
Blues at
blues,
the end.
and they
yeah.
usually are
They've-
better than
yeah,
what you
yeah.
have.
They've pretty much always been two.
At least in the
At
heroic
least
strikes.
2 lights.
Yeah. In the
We've
couple
done a lot
hours
of
that we
those.
played tonight already, I already leveled up four light levels.
Yeah, I
so.
think I was 355, and I'm 358, almost 359 now.
Yeah.
So I went up to
I'm-
351 to solid 353.
Problem is just like legendary marks.
Yeah.
Are the problem now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going through those real fast because
Uh-huh.
I'm infusing everything right away
Right.
just to get it up so that during the next strike they could drop. You know,
Yeah.
it's, just-
Better.
it's a very, and I guess Bungie did this intentionally.
Mhm.
Once you hit 350, it becomes very difficult, and you have to do this process where like, okay, this is too light, put it in.
Yeah.
And so
And that's going to be difficult because we need to be 365 or 370 for the raid.
Yeah.
So
Well,
like,
here's the hope, and the Nightfall gives good rewards. I mean,
Yeah.
if we go in there and I get 20 strange coins again, I'm going to be a little bit angry, but
yeah,
well, it depends on what Zero sells, I guess.
yeah. If I get what I get last week, that was so like.
I don't know. I will be.
Oh, I got 19 strange coins the last Nightfall we did.
I will
like,
only be
come on.
happy if I get a trespasser. That's it.
That's the only thing you'll be
That's the
happy.
only thing I'll be happy.
What if you get like a 360? You know, you already had 360 weapons.
I-
If you get a 370 primary weapon,
That'd be sweet. Yeah, I have a 360 supercell and a 360 waltz.
Yeah,
so
yeah. So
My sniper is 359. My heavy's a little weak, 357.
yeah.
So no, trespasser or nothing.
Yeah, I really want that trespasser. It's nasty, dude. If you couple that with your waltz and PvP,
Supremacy, it'll be good in Supremacy.
yeah, it's gonna be.
That'll help me with my issue of the whole I don't like shotguns.
Yeah,
because I do like sidearms.
yeah.
I've never actually used this sidearm. The only one I've ever like pulled out before was Dreg's Promise, and that one was
I
very good.
used Iron Wrath D from the Iron Banner. It was one of my favorite weapons to use with No Land Beyond.
Did they add any more like elemental primary weapons?
No.
None at all.
They said they weren't going to do
So
that.
it's still Supercell's the only one.
Unless one of the raid ones that we don't know about yet.
It's Supercell or nothing.
Yeah.
I guess
I'm really upset they took those away.
I could see if they had like one for each of them, so
Yeah, like
you didn't have just everyone having a primary of their like the one they like using. And,
right. And
but I mean, like they gave us an auto rifle with shotgun. I don't even use auto rifles ever, but the fact that it's like arc. I mean, the fact that it's arc burn sometimes.
yeah, what if they gave us like a void hand cannon and like a scout rifle with
yeah
with
a
fire?
pulse rifle? People would cry, but
Yeah.
Give me another Vision of Confluence.
You might get your dream in April. They're talking about bringing all the raids up to light
I
level.
would love it. That was the Vision and the Fatebringer.
I bet you don't get the same weapons though.
probably not.
It's a shame that the best weapons were in
They might be like the same looking, but they'll probably be named something differently and probably have
It's a
different
shame that
stats.
those were the best guns in the game.
Yeah.
Fatebringer. You saying Fatebringer had explosive rounds on it before? You were saying that?
It does. It
It
does
does?
have explosive rounds.
That's fun. Because that's
But you don't. You can't use them.
Because you want the Firefighter
Because
proc.
then your Firefly won't go
Yeah.
off.
That's what the hand cannon I got has explosive rounds on it, and it's pretty fun. Especially against just PvE enemies. Like it does like 150% damage because you still get the full headshot damage
Yeah.
plus the explosion. That's
I think they're
50%.
good if it's not on a weapon that does Firefly. I don't know if
Right.
that's still the case.
In Crucible, it's a little odd because you see like two numbers whenever you shoot someone, but it equals out to be the same damage as if you would hit a normal with
Yeah.
it. So, and it actually causes them to flinch more. So the fact that I'm using small explosions to cause
Flinch is
flinching,
good, especially since they nerfed sniping.
Yeah.
Now, if you see someone trying to snipe you, before there was no point even trying to shoot them.
Now, if you actually hit them, they
Now,
probably miss you.
if you shoot them, it's a lot harder, and that's how it should be.
Yeah. You want to talk about this new strike, the Wretched Eye?
Yeah.
That strike
It was
is
long.
it's a cool strike. It's really long though.
If you know what you're doing, it's not as long as you guys think. I ran through it in less than 5 minutes the one night because I was looking for the Siva
look at
fragments.
you, Mr.
I knew exactly what to do when I wanted the Siva fragments, which are very end of the strike, so I had to go through and do them.
We were
Which
checking it out.
we should do that so you guys can get it because the last one's like a pain to get, and if you have someone who moves on, you're not going to be able to get it.
Yeah.
I already got as many as I need for the book.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're going to need it for the weapon probably
Yeah.
when the raid comes out.
That
You don't want the weapon?
yeah, that's gonna be the new Touch of Malice. You have to have like 45 of the 50 cluster things, and then,
yeah.
like, the bosses
Yeah.
are gonna have the last 3 or 4 or whatever.
There's 30 of the fragments, and 25 of them are known where they're at right now. And
So
only
that
5
means
are
3 of
missing,
them are. They're probably in the raid, and it's a couple of them are gonna come with challenge mode.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like almost level 10 in the book.
Yeah.
So
So the boss in the Wretched Eye was crazy. The ogre.
we were confused. We were like, we're supposed to kill this fucking ogre? Like, oh, we must have to kill this other guy first. And then, we just have to kill that guy.
Yeah.
It's an ogre without a face with giant things on its hands.
Yeah, dude, and that thing was chasing me the whole time around the map. I
Which
was
you
like,
fight later on in the summoning pits.
No, that's actually a different
Are
one.
you sure?
I'm positive because that has a face.
yeah.
The one with summoning pits has a face.
Yeah.
Is that the same? Is that still Fogoth?
No, I don't
I
think
don't think it was
it's
Fogoth, but I think
different
it's just a
You're
different
right.
one. Maybe it's Siva infused
You-
Fogoth.
You did have to shoot him in the stomach, just like old Fogoth.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the same ogre.
That's cool.
I mean, unless they gave him a face.
yeah.
Face-
they
face
wouldn't
transplant.
just give it now. But that is where I got Devil's Dawn, the sniper.
Yeah. So they change. That's the new strike, and basically you have to kill the boss and then the ogre just chases you around.
Chases
But-
you around, didn't
yeah.
chase me around.
He's not that hard to dodge though, compared to like other bosses. His
He was stomping all over
He's
Corey.
easy to dodge for you because he's not chasing you the whole time.
he didn't when I was doing it.
He literally chased Corey the entire
You jump
Yeah.
in the air. Like you have to. If you stay in the air, he doesn't like hit you at all.
I was jumping, and then the other guy shot me with his little void rifle.
Yeah, he literally.
Yeah, that thing shoots fast.
He would not stop shooting me.
It had nothing to do with me and my brother. We're just like, this is so easy.
If the heroic,
why are you dying so
I
much?
know.
if the heroic version, or if the Nightfall is ever that with void burn, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. That's gonna be awful.
It's true. It is gonna be awful.
I mean, because we're doing arc burn heroic strikes right now, and anything like that does some arc
Like the
damage.
even the Scion players that do the ground slam thing and shoot that.
Or the
way
Taken Scions are terrible
Yeah.
because they actually shoot arc bullets. So if you have 2 of them, you're dead.
Yeah.
And they keep splitting, and there's 4 of them, then 8. I found the best way to deal with them is just pull out the Gjallarhorn and just blow them up as they spawn.
Yeah. But they did change 2 of the other strikes, the Fogoth strike, like we were talking about, and then Sepkus Perfected.
Yeah.
Which is basically the first strike of the entire game, but they just made it harder and infused Siva into it.
Yep.
And it's the exact same. You have to defend the stupid thing in the middle. You have to fight the tank.
You only have 2 rounds instead of 3.
Yeah, but still annoying. Still.
What do you mean only 2 rounds?
There's 3 rounds.
In the Devil's Lair strike, the first one,
There's
Yeah.
3.
there's 3 rounds, and it's awfully hard if you're not leveled up. Like if
What do you mean? Like 3 rounds of like the boss?
no.
You know,
You know,
like
like
the
the very middle of the
part.
thing that you have to hack with your ghost.
yeah. Okay.
There's
Yeah.
3
Right,
rounds.
the laser grid. Yeah,
There's only
there is
2.
3. Yeah.
and-
I do have to appreciate that the tank is not a bullet sponge in this strike, though.
Well, that's because it's arc burn.
Yeah, we've been using arc
We're
snipers.
using
So.
arc snipers.
Yeah, but
We'll have
we
to
did
wait.
but when we had to do it for a quest line yesterday.
But that was also the normal version, though.
yeah, but I mean, it still didn't take
Yeah,
nearly
it's-
as long.
Right. I still need a void sniper. I've got solar and arc, but I have no void.
I've got all 3 snipers
is-
that I don't use.
This one's only for my.
I know I have that on my hunter, but it's
I
just
do have 1,000-yard stare. That I need to.
maybe I'll just keep using the skeleton keys and try to get a void one of the
Devil's Dawn.
yeah, because I have a solar and an arc one.
Those
now.
are pretty cool. Firefly.
They're hard hitting.
They're hard hitting.
They're like a black spindle, except not with the
Yeah. So-
reloading.
It actually hits harder than the black spindle by 1.
By 1. Two
well,
more.
that's because you have armor piercing rounds in it. I think is what that does. Because that one adds impact, doesn't
You
it?
are correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is 37
Yeah.
originally.
So 2 more things.
Oh wait, I'm looking
What-
at Zen Meteor.
We kind of talked about everything. What do you guys like, and what do you guys not like about this expansion? And then I want to talk about the raid a little bit.
I mean, I like anytime there's something new
Yeah.
stuff to do. Doing strikes again, because once you're like over leveled, you don't really want to do strikes.
Right.
I like the skeleton key. That's something.
The
I
skeleton
really
key
nice.
is very cool because like that raid's. I don't know why I keep saying that. The strike specific gear and loot is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it was so hard to get, and it was so random. And now you control getting it, which is cool.
Yeah.
What I don't like is how grindy it feels. But there's
Yeah.
not a lot of content, and they had.
It
to
feels a
keep you-
lot grindier than like the April update, or even when the Taken King came out. Remember how fast we were leveling up with blues and greens with the Taken King?
Yeah. I think they did this on purpose to try to keep people in it longer because it's taking forever just to get like up one light level.
I also think with the Taken King though, because they had you go up the 10 levels, and they increased the light levels so much that it was like a drastic increase instead of just the 30 levels.
Yeah,
that
it
we
was.
got right
It was
now.
like 120 point level.
Right, instead of like now, because it's
130.
only at most like a 50 point, because 85 is the highest, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
so-
400 when the raid comes out, the hard mode raid.
So I mean, right now it's only 50. It's half of what you had to do in the Taken King to get up. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I wish it was a little bit easier, but I'm glad they kept the infusion mechanic 1-to-1. I'm glad. Like,
It's actually
it's
a little
actually
different.
yeah, you can get 101%.
oh really?
something,
I
'cause-
had, and I didn't know about this, and I had I got a new cloak, and I think my new cloak was, I had like a 348, 349 cloak, and I was infusing a 351 into it, and my cloak turned into a 352.
Oh, nice.
I've had it
And I was
happen.
like, what the hell?
I've had it happen at least 3 times. I
Really?
did with like 2 gauntlets or 2 of my gloves. I've had that happen, and then 1 of my weapons.
Oh, nice.
Which now they have a thing where you can infuse like a 355 into a 355. You couldn't do that before, but like
So you could possibly get an upgrade by
you can
infusing the same
possibly
way.
get it up. Still.
I'm not gonna waste.
I
I'm
wouldn't
not going
waste
to
it for
do
one
that.
point.
I'm just saying, I noticed that today because I had gauntlets I was going to infuse. And when it gave me the option, I'm like, why is it giving me a 355? And these are 350. But I was like, oh, it's because there's that small percentage that could go. It's obviously not worth it, but it's pretty cool when it happens.
Yeah.
You're like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that is cool.
So, yeah, it did happen to me for my cloak. It was cool. I was very confused at first. And Joey was like, no, that can happen. But I think my game's broken.
Read it on Reddit.
I do like the new area, too.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't just like, we're just turning the Cosmodrome into Siva Infestation.
I do like the old areas that did do the Siva Infestation in as well, though. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm glad they added to the old areas, but I'm glad they made a whole new area.
Yeah.
Because, like, just infecting the same area kind of seems like lazy.
It would just be a reskin, yeah.
Not that, like, I know anything about game development, but I do like the new area. I think Archon's Forge potentially could be interesting if they fix a few things. But I just heard Brian change his weapon in the other room from his iPad.
Well, it came. You heard the noise from there and from there.
Yeah, I know.
But it was just funny.
I'm just getting ready to go when we get back in there.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited to play. But, like...
I'd say the only thing I don't like is it feels like I'm going to run out of stuff to do very quickly. Like, it's tough to, add a whole lot in just a DLC, but, like... We've done pretty much every single quest we can right now and don't even have any more listed in our quest log, really. And all we've got left to do is grind up our light level.
Yeah.
So...
I still have a couple quests to do, but you guys play a lot longer.
I am just trying to get ready for the raid.
Yeah.
We've been
that's
hardcore
really what I care about right now. I want to be able to run it this weekend, and I'm going to put in the time to try to get it.
We will. We're going to live stream it on Saturday. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a freaking...
And Mitch is going to join us.
It's going to be a mess.
Is he going to come over here?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I think my brother might be coming too.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
We're
We'll have
all
a
gonna
whole
be
entire
here.
team.
Except for Adam.
Yeah.
But he's kind of far away.
In Parks.
Parks isn't playing.
Yeah, Parks
What a
can't.
jerk.
Yeah.
What a jerk.
He was doing something, wasn't he?
I'm excited, though.
Yeah,
He's got a wedding or something, right?
It's going to be cool to have all five. Maybe we'll do like a mini special show with all five of us. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we'll just do like raid predictions or something. Like, what do we want from this raid?
Before we go into it?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to look anything up.
Yeah.
Until we get like stuck.
Yeah.
Which we probably will.
I might look something.
I might watch a little bit of it on Friday.
I'll
Because
ruin it.
Because you know, Goth and Broman and all them and Dado are all going to be having that stuff ready for us. So I think it's going to be cool. What do you guys want from the raid though? Quickly before we get out of here.
Well, I already kind of know it's going to be like it's going to be more like the Crota one, where it's like a DPS, not like
Oryx.
It's still not going to be like Oryx in the Vault, which is still, those two ones were really good. Crota was just like unload your gun into all these enemies.
You can't come to Crota if you don't have a Gjallarhorn.
See, I don't necessarily, like, from what I want from it, it doesn't necessarily need to be completely, like, I don't know, like, I want it to be fun, but it doesn't need to be as complicated as Oryx, and I'm still going to have fun with it.
I kind of don't want it to be as complicated.
Yeah, what I want, though, is interesting weapons. I want some type of, kind of like the Cocoon perk on the other one. I want something related to, like, the Siva, like, perk on each one of these weapons that makes it, unique and kind of interesting the way it like.
And I hope I haven't looked at, I don't know what the armor looks like. I haven't really looked at.
Oh, it's all like, it all has that like squared off edges, like, when you go into like the tanks
the
and
pointy
they have
kinda,
like the pointy,
the red like kind of line and like the pyramid almost looking things.
He looks so confused.
No, I don't know.
Okay, so the spider tanks, how on their legs they have that like kind of pointy triangle thing at the top.
Oh,
it's got those.
Oh.
Like those are your shoulders and like.
I can just look it up, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I just want. I don't know. I kind of like the armor that I'm getting out of the book.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
It's very polygonal.
Yeah, turn that. Oh God, I hate it.
I feel like the Warlock always gets like the crappiest looking gear.
Are you kidding? Did you see the Oryx Titan helmet? The Rhinoceros helmet?
No.
Oh God.
Was it worse than
It was bad.
The one you got for the strike, you kill the guy in the sunless cell.
It's basically a bigger version of that.
Oh.
This thing, the Dark Blade helmet?
Yeah. It's similar to that.
I don't even know if I have it anymore.
There it is.
Oh yeah, that thing was awful.
Okay, but at least like the rest of your armor looks cool, and you could use like a different.
No,
helm,
it does not look cool.
I mean, you look at the I'm wearing like I don't have any armor. I mean, that's kind of I just want something that looks like armor, and I guess that's it when you add the.
You can wear the stag.
Yeah, that looks silly.
Do we though? Do we want to wear the stag?
No.
But I do like the way that the new gear looks that you get from the book.
Yeah, that stuff does look cool. Like it's like the Iron Wolf gear or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does look really, really cool. Anything else we want to discuss of Rise of Iron, our initial impressions? I mean, I'm just excited to get in there and play more.
I've had a lot of fun with it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's great. The grind kind of sucks.
The grind is a little grindy. It is super grindy.
And one thing you got to make sure you do is if you want to get above like 350, you have to make sure every piece of your gear is at least 350 for them to start decrypting into better
which really
versions.
sucks.
It
so
really
it's
pisses
like
me off that
because like the April update made like the tiers like 5 light levels where you could get potentially like if you were like 320, you could potentially get a 325.
Yeah, and you could have like a 318.
Yeah.
See, I think the way they should have done it is that if they wanted to do it this way, they should make it so you have a better chance to get something to decrypt or one to drop for your weakest spot. So, like when you're missing that ghost, have it a better chance to drop you a ghost. You know? But that seems to be the toughest one to get right now is a ghost. So if you got 75 legendary marks, I'd go buy one from a Vanguard, because that'll give a 350 boost right away.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate having decrypts at 340.
That sucks.
That's one of my biggest issues. Like, it's not even like it could be a 339.
No, every single blue is 340.
What the hell is that?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was weird.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But I think that's gonna wrap up this episode. It was a good one.
Yeah,
it was a good one. I'm excited to get back in there and play more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're going to try the Nightfall here.
Yeah.
How bad that
we're going to see how interesting the Nightfall gets. So, yeah.
I'm getting the Trespasser.
Yeah.
You'll get it eventually.
Xur
will sell it.
You'll get it the week before Destiny 2 comes out.
Xur will sell it by the time we're all done playing it.
By the time it gets super nerfed, Xur will sell it.
Yeah. I haven't been killed by it yet though, so I don't know how.
I have. But anyways,
because the waltz beats everything, so I wouldn't know. I don't know. Nothing kills me.
Because you die like twice in a crucible match, and most of the time it's from a shotgun or a shoulder charge.
Or super.
Yeah, or super.
I do get owned by shoulder charge. It's true. I even know it's coming, and there's nothing I can do.
You get owned by your own teammates shoulder charge. Remember one time they knocked you out, so you got sniped in the head?
I think it was Corey.
It was.
That did it.
It might have been. It probably was.
And he wasn't even shoulder charging an enemy. He was just shoulder charging because he's like, I think it's about up. I better shoulder charge. Get the fuck out of my way with the goddamn shoulder charge.
I just remember you yelling. It's like, who just shoulder charged me? What the hell?
No, I was popping my golden gun, and I got shoulder charged out into the open, and my guy's just like, shoot me in the fucking face. And they did. And I just got sniped. Bam! Bam! I was like, who the hell just shoulder charged me out into the open?
Of course, it's their side.
Corey's like, I must have been the other Titan. You're the only Titan on the team, Corey. Shoulder charge is shoulder charge. Now, and I just said this to last night to Joey, you are very good at Supremacy, though. I have noticed that's definitely your game mode.
It is. That and Rift. But I like Supremacy a lot more than Rift.
Rift sucks. I hate Rift.
Yeah. But
so boring.
Alright, let's get out of here. I want to do the Nightfall. I want to play some more Rise of Iron.
Yeah, I gotta get the Trespasser. So
yeah.
Let's go do that.
Yeah, let's go get that Trespasser for Brian. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us this week. Remember, you can find all of our content on digitalnerdadvocates.com. You can find this show now on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher, coming soon to Google Play. So, sorry, Guardians on Google. Can't listen to it yet. But I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. And until next week, we're out.
Good hunting, Guardian. Get that Trespasser.